Hi all, my name is Avinash and I welcome you to my YouTube channel The Divine Spark. In our earlier video, we had discussed how Supreme Being is Saguna Brahman as Ishvara and Nirguna Brahman as pure consciousness with energy and matter perfectly returned in him and at absolute rest. The consciousness or awareness or intelligence that all beings possess is derived from the Nirguna Brahman, who is infinite consciousness itself. The Upanishads and in such ancient texts, it is very clearly declared that consciousness is the supreme being. Consciousness is God. It is from consciousness that all energy and matter emerge. It is from the formless consciousness, Nirguna Brahman, that all forms of being emerge. But modern science today cannot comprehend this. According to science, consciousness is produced in the brain, and when the person dies or when the brain dies, consciousness or awareness or intelligence of that person also dies or ceases to exist. Here we can see an absolute contradiction of science with respect to Upanishads. But is there a way through which science or humankind can understand the true nature of consciousness? We have to recognize that understanding consciousness is to know our own awareness. That is, we are conscious beings and are making an effort to understand our own consciousness. In other words, consciousness is trying to know itself, isn't it? We are possessed of consciousness, and with the help of consciousness, we are able to interact with the external world. But when we choose to understand our own consciousness, we cannot look outside us. We have to go within ourselves to understand our own consciousness. This process is called meditation. When one is established in meditation, then the state is called samadhi. In samadhi, all knowledge about the nature of consciousness and existence is known. There is another way to know about the nature of consciousness. This is by reading the Upanishads and such texts. In fact, the intention of Upanishads is to reveal the Supreme Being, Brahman, the infinite consciousness. But what are Upanishads? Upanishads are the part of Vedas. What are Vedas? Vedas are ancient sacred Hindu texts of undeniable authority and unquestionable faith. The knowledge of the Vedas can be divided into two categories, the Karma Kanda and the Jnana Kanda. The Karma Kanda deals with rituals, ceremonies, and actions which, when performed, lead one to enjoyment and power. The Jnana Kanda deals with knowledge of the Supreme Being, Brahman, and the nature of the existence. Jnana Kanda is found at the end sections of the Vedas, hence they are called Vedanta, that is, at the end of the Vedas. Collection of these Vedanta texts is called the Upanishads and vice versa. Vedas are Shrutis, that is, revealed text. They are called revealed texts because they have been revealed by the Supreme Being, infinite consciousness itself, and not created by human or mankind. Hence, Vedas are called as Apurusheya, meaning not created by a man. Sage Sri Vyasa Muni was the compiler of the Vedas and not the creator. Vedas are also called Anadi, meaning eternal, since it is coming from the eternal source, the infinite consciousness. Hence, Vedas existed even before creation and have existed now and will exist always. In some other places, it is also referred to as the prana or the life breath of the infinite being. Hence, It is to be understood that Upanishads are no ordinary texts. They are the revealed texts from the Supreme Being itself, transmitted orally to humankind until sage Sri Vyasa compiled them. The aspects like infinite and eternal used for the Supreme Being, Brahman, are only revealed from the Upanishads that I used until now. In the upcoming videos, we will discuss more such aspects of the Supreme Being, Brahman, the infinite consciousness as revealed in the great Upanishads. Stay tuned. Thank you.